So I work at Binance, and I'm going to start the presentation with a little bit about Binance, like in case somebody doesn't know. And then I'm going to ask all of you what you like about Binance and what you don't like about Binance. For me, more important is what you don't like, so that we can work on it. No, but I'm just telling you so that you can think about it a little bit and you can have some thoughts around. Like, tell me all the critique. Like, tell me all the stuff that doesn't work.
Like 30 seconds.
Sure.
You're from the Netherlands, Holland?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm German. I'm German. I live in Austria, in Vienna. Wir können gerne Österreichisch reden. Das kann ich immer noch nicht. Österreich ist super, oder? Sind viele, oder? Viele aus Österreich da, oder? Also, ja, schon. Bitpanda ist auch da. Aber geht die noch als Österreichisch? Weiß ich nicht. Muss man Sven fragen, genau. Haben Sie Bayern, genau, ja. Genau, ja. No, so I'm German, so. Oh, yeah. Sure.
Hey everyone, we have Jonas here from Binance, as you already let him know about himself, and he's going to talk about some of the challenges that exchanges face in the European ecosystem, trying to fight regulations or maybe comply with the regulations, of course.
I was going to say, what do you mean fight?
And the stage is yours.
Thank you so much. Yes, hello everybody. So my name is Jonas Jünger. I work at Binance. Let me explain a little bit what my role is at Binance. So I've started at Binance 2.5 years ago as the head for the DACH region, Germany, Austria, Switzerland. At the time, we were working with BaFin. We were in a licensing process. You might remember all these old stories. Then Mika came around, and everything changed in Europe. And I now look after specifically all the fiat on-off services, mostly for Europe. So if you deposit or withdraw via SEPA to your bank account, if you deposit, withdraw, or buy with credit card, then this is sort of what I do. For Europe, like 50-60% of our business is in Europe, and we operate a lot of the global card channels. Now, then, what does this mean? This means, working with the likes of, for example, Visa, MasterCard, to talk through like all the controls that we have on the compliance side, making sure we KYC customers and so on and so forth. So it's very compliance heavy what I do, and very partner heavy. So we work a lot with different fiat partners. We don't have, for example, our own EMI license. We work with EMI partners. We work with acquirers together. We work with different fiat channels that you might know from the platform or not, right? So this is my job, and that's why I said earlier, talk to me about what's not working, because honestly, if there is something not working on the fiat side, I can make it work. So we wanted to do this as like a fireside chat today, but the moderator fell sick on last minute, so I prepared a little bit of material. But please, any questions that you have, feel free to ask. I want to do it interactive as we can. What I brought about is a little bit. Number one, a little bit about Binance, that we're going to start with that. Then a little bit about Mika, what it means, what is it not, what is it for us, what have we already done for it. Then number three, a little bit about security and how to keep users safe. Very important topic. You would have seen, for example, the news about Swissborg recently again. So very, very important. And last but not least, a little bit outlook about the future. So about Binance, just in case you don't know it, but actually, let me ask you, who here has a Binance account? Who here doesn't have a Binance account? Oh, okay, all right. Why not? What's going on? All right, but It was founded in 2017, so it's now, this year we had our 8-year anniversary. Every anniversary we do a good party for all employees. We are now 5,500 employees around the globe, 6,000. It's roughly 1/3 Europe, 1/3 APAC, 1/3 Americas. Our CEO is Richard Tang. Richard comes from regulatory background. He used to work in a leading position in the MAS in Singapore, Monetary Authority in Singapore. Then he worked at, he was the CEO of ADGM, Abu Dhabi Global Markets, so regulator in Abu Dhabi. Richard became the CEO. You might have read about this in the newspaper. After CZ made the agreements in the US. It was November 2023. For us, it changed so much. Like inside Binance, it changed so much. And one of the things that changed was Richard. Richard already joined Binance like a year or so before then. I was already working with him, so for me it was absolutely normal to have him as my boss. But now he's the boss of all of us. He has a very good mindset for both growth, but also the regulatory game. We are the largest cryptocurrency exchange by trading volume and by users. Next question to you. How many users do you think Binance has? Just throw it out. Just say some numbers.
50 million.
50 million. More. 100 million more. 200 million more.
500 million.
No, not quite. Not yet. But I like your thinking. Actually, we have like, hang on. I'm going to show you on the website because.
How many active users?
I could tell you. So there you go. 288. Active is tough to answer. For me, it's impossible to answer, like just to be honest with you guys. Like honestly, global-wise, I have no idea. In Europe, I could maybe tell you, but how do you measure active? Done a transaction, logged in once per week, once per month, once per year, once in a lifetime, has KYC, like it's impossible to say. What is important is these 288 million users we can communicate with. We can talk with, we can interact with. This is our community user base. If you work with Binance, you work with 288 million people.
All those with KYC, I mean, like real.
So the 288 million, look, if you have 288 million users, it will never be so simple that everybody's in the same stage, right? And I can tell you, for example, from Germany, if you onboard with Binance in Germany, you first give your email address and so on and so forth, and then you have to do video ident. How many users do you think are stuck in that video ident process because they don't have their passport with them or their ID card or something like that? It's a dynamic user. It's a dynamic number. At the same time, that user could easily do the KYC in the next 5 minutes. Now with EID, and he can start depositing and trading. So. It's not so straightforward with the like statuses. I know everybody always asks, but unfortunately it's not so straightforward. I saw some, yes, thank you, some Stirnrunzeln, sorry.
So you said that it was hard to define what is an active user. I would
Yes.
be curious what your success criteria is, because I guess you have some internal metrics saying this is what we want to optimize for.
Yes, I can tell you, so I work, or the line of my primary business unit is called the Fiat business unit, okay? So my primary business unit is all like global business unit that does all the Fiat on off in all the regions. We have 2 priority KPIs for H2, second half of the year. Number 1, monthly active users. This is our number 1 goal. Why? Because if you have an active user, and with monthly active users, what we mean is somebody who used the app once a month, who logged into the app once a month or on the website, right, of course. So monthly active users is number 1 because if they are an active user, you can work with them, they want to use your services and so on and so forth. The second one we have is what we call transaction volume, so just volume, yeah, and just how many US we measure in US dollars. It's not US dollars that we work with. We work in euros, of course, but how many dollars do people transact with? That's the second criteria that we use. I wanted to say something about the active users. I forgot it now. For me personally, active user is more important if they did a transaction on the fiat services. And this is what I wanted to say. The metrics are the metrics, and they are like our North Star. But they are not, like, you can't simply say, I go to work today and I make 1,000 monthly active users. Like, it doesn't work like this, right? So we've, in the fiat business in Europe, we've been very successful over the last 12, 18, 24 months. We've increased our market share a lot. We've driven monthly active users in Europe a lot. And how did we do it? We offered new fiat services, makes it easy to get your money in and out, as easy as possible, right? But it makes it, we made it a lot easier to get your money in and out. And most importantly for the fiat business, it needs to be reliable and smooth. This is what we've learned. Also the hard way, because you know Binance has had its up and downs, right? Also with fiat partners, there were always situations. And over the last 18, 24 months, it's been very stable. And you can see that this stability brings a lot of the growth. So the growth metrics is the growth metrics, but it's not like you can do it every day. It's something you have to deliver a great service every day to all users so that your active user base can grow day over day, week over week, month over month. Sorry, that was a very long answer to a very simple question. Any other questions? Otherwise, I'll continue a little bit, and then feel free to ask me. The core mission, yeah.
Define success for a fiat.
Monthly active users and volumes. Like these are our.
But the active users for the car, not for the
So if you want to be very specific, active user is somebody who used in the app, like you went to the fiat part of the app. That's what counts for us. Like, that's active. But you only go there if you want to do something, right? So.
Can I ask you a small question?
Sure.
I think you had the opportunity to have a Binance card.
Yes.
One question, do you have any plans for renewing that program? And that's probably very connected to the fiat business,
It is.
right?
Well,
that somehow simplifies getting money out and getting money in, potentially.
is it okay if I give a little bit of a longer answer for this one? Yeah? Okay, so the Binance card was very, very successful around the globe. Like, very successful. It helped a lot of users. Like, if you have the money on the Binance account, you just spend it. Like, it's very, very simple.
I still want it.
We all want it, man. The big card schemes, Visa, MasterCard, they are American card schemes. They, in 2023, when it was unclear about what's going to happen with Binance, you remember, before the US agreements, like, nobody knew what was going to happen. There were lots of rumors swirling around, and then they all stopped working with us. Like, they all like, hang on, there's too much risk, like, we can't do it. But, and I'm very proud of this, we got them back. But getting them back is not a simple, like, you switch them on again. It's, and actually in the fiat business for us, with the card schemes, it's a 3-step process. Number one, the first step that you do is whether you can process the transactions or not. So whether Visa and MasterCard allow you to be a merchant. That's the first step, right? Can you pay with Visa? Can you pay with MasterCard on Binance? December last year, you could not. I don't know if December 2023, you could not pay with MasterCard. I don't know if you remember this. You could not. And this was for us the first step to get back. So they call it acceptance. to allow acceptance again, and that's a long process. That's not a simple. You have to show what you're doing. Like, this is a long process. The second step after that is what you call payout, so that you can put fiat money onto your MasterCard, onto your Visa card again. We've just enabled this product with MasterCard. So we're now on step 2 for MasterCard, right? Step 3 will be card issuance. Step 3 will be card issuance, but it's not a, it's something that takes a long time. Actually, within Binance, it's a different business unit that does it, but that doesn't matter to you. But like, just so that you know. And yeah, of course, very important for us. And I think the key sort of milestone at the moment that we need for it is the MiCA license, and then it will be possible again.
I have a question, kind of a follow-up. So some countries, for instance, Brazil has an instantaneous payment system called Pix.
Pix, yeah, of course.
India has the UPI.
Yes.
Are you guys planning to maybe integrate it so that whenever someone is gonna pay through a QR code, basically makes a request to Binance?
Are you like an influencer of Binance Pay or something? Like, awesome. No, so we have, so instant payment is extremely important for any fiat business. And when you use our SEPA channels now, everything is SEPA instant. Okay. If your bank supports SEPA instant, like I'm sometimes I take some money out or put some money in myself, and like it's immediate. Like you click the button withdraw, and immediately you get the message, the notification, like, oh, you just got the money on your bank account.
But I mean, for paying for goods, you know, it's
Yeah. I'm coming there. Don't worry. I'm coming. So instant is very important for everything. The payment method is something that we call Binance Pay. It's its own product, its own product line. We've been developed, and actually the card, for example, is from Binance Pay because it's part of the payment. Anyway, so what you can do, and there are really cool integrations around the globe for this. So let me talk to you maybe about 2 examples. So Binance Pay you can use, and you have like a QR code, and then people can send you the money instantly. It's like on our platform, so it's there immediate between your accounts, and no gas fees, doesn't cost you anything. So it's a great service. We've recently launched it in Switzerland for Spar supermarkets, together with like a Swiss partner, a Swiss startup who's helping us to integrate. So in I think over 300 Spar markets in Switzerland, you can now pay with Binance Pay, amongst other things, also Bitcoin Lightning and stuff, but also Binance Pay, which is great because you can buy your milk with your, I don't know, BNB or whatever you have. And the second cool story I wanted to tell you about, we have generally a lot of innovation at the moment happens in the Middle East, in the MENA region. And in Abu Dhabi, in Bahrain, we are working with an acquirer, and you know the credit card terminals? You have the credit card terminals? And on the credit card terminals in the Middle East, you can select, do you want to pay with MasterCard Visa, or do you want to pay with Binance Pay? And if you click on Binance Pay, the little terminal gives you a QR code, and you can literally pay with Binance Pay. If you have Binance Pay and you have money on your Binance account, you can literally pay with it. And it's the same device as that all the merchants have for credit card payments anyway. So, sorry, that just as a 2 little stories about Binance Pay. Our core mission is freedom of money, and this is really what we want to do. And this is why I love working in fiat business so much, because it helps every user have more freedom in how they manage their money, how they manage their assets, their investments. This is for me really why I go to work every day. The sort of key products. Oh, and now I'm going to come to the point where I'm going to ask you about what you like and don't like, okay? So the key products we have is exchange, your spot and futures, of course. Staking, you can do lots of staking on our platform. I think you all know this. Community is very important. In Germany, we don't have a license at the moment, so what we can do community-wise is very limited. In other countries where we have the license, and again, everything will change with MiCA, But for example, in Italy or Spain or France, we are very active, community events pretty much every month and so on and so forth. And security is one of our key concerns. And now I'm going to ask you, if you have experience with Binance or not, doesn't matter. Like which of the products do you really like? Where do you think it's really good, and which of the products are really not so good, or where do you wish it could be better? Already heard about the card. Thank you so much for that. Anything else? Yes.
I think the trading and withdrawal deposits super is very good.
Cool.
What I don't like so much is the tax thing, like getting
The tax thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the account statement.
Yes.
Takes some time. And
It does,
I
right?
think that could need improvement.
Yeah.
I would also like the card back. It's been really amazing.
Yeah.
Using it when it was still active.
Yes,
but,
yes. The tax side, interesting. Okay.
because Germany, you know, tax
Of course, yeah.
thing as you
It is, yeah, of course.
and,
I'm German, like I know, yeah.
I think that's a huge problem in general with all the exchanges.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Especially if you have 7 exchanges, and wallets. And
how do you, yeah, and then how do you integrate it with your DeFi trading and stuff, right? Yeah. I guess there are some products and providers who can help you with this, but that's okay. I'll ask the tax team why the reports take so long to generate. It's a good point.
I think for adoption, it has to be more beginner friendly.
Beginner friendly, right?
Binance
Yes.
is quite overloaded.
Yes.
And so
Yes.
maybe it can be more easy to use. I think Kraken has you can switch between pro and
Mm-hmm. That's right.
and it could also have some learning content. So some
learning.
education
Ah,
for
okay.
newcomers, you know.
Okay. Interesting that you say that, because we have that actually. It's called Binance Academy, but maybe we don't do it enough. And the thing, like, it's too complicated. Like, we get this a lot. And we have like a beginner mode on the app, but I don't know, for some reason nobody uses it or nobody finds it. Yeah, okay.
On the web, nobody has a beginner mode.
Nobody knows, yeah. Oh, and on the web, beginner mode, a good question. I will
maybe
answer.
that
I will
you
answer.
can take with you.
Yeah, exactly. On the web. That's a good input. Actually, yes. Very good input, because we're working on like a simpler modus on the app, but I don't know if they are also putting it the same on the web. So very good. One more. Yes, please.
Yeah, so maybe from a business perspective, I've tried opening accounts from the company side.
Okay. Yeah.
For example, on Binance, Kraken, etc.
Yeah.
And Kraken was the most simple.
It was right. I know.
Very little information.
I know.
And I wanted to ask why Binance was so much harder. And it really prevented me opening an account because it was so much effort, and I just really needed one for the company.
Yeah. Oh, 2 minutes left. Ooh, wow. Okay, wow.
Maybe
I have like only 20 slides left, but don't worry. Like, this is much. No, this is actually we've worked very hard on this, but we're not there yet. Actually, as a company, if you want to be a customer of ours, it's like even worse, because you have to go through. If you want to use fiat as a company, you have to go through 2 onboardings. You have to go through crypto onboarding first, and then afterwards fiat onboarding, because fiat partners require different. So it's very cumbersome. We know that it's not great, and yeah, thank you for pointing that out again. And I know that some others are way better at it. What we've started doing in the last 6 months only. So we've started using AI and technology a lot more in these processes, and also automation, like where we can use and get information from third parties and that sort of stuff. Like we've tried to streamline it. And when did you try to onboard?
2 years.
I think that was probably the worst time that you could have tried. I would hope that by now it's gotten a little bit better, and we're certainly continuing to improve on it. What I can say is that if there are ever any, like, if it doesn't work, like, try to find the community of Binance. There is a Telegram group, and you can like post on it, and then usually somebody picks it up and like asks internally like what's going on with the case. And so we can try to facilitate, but that doesn't excuse the fact that we have to get better at it. And we are, but we're not there yet. I think we're almost out of time, right? Okay, well, I'll save the next slides for next. Like I'm still around in the afternoon. If you have any other questions or any other like things you want to point out that we need to get better, feel free to complain to me. No, they are really important because what we do is we do for our users, and we need to know where we need to get better. So this is really important for us. Okay. Thank you so much. Thanks. I hope it was interesting.